Hey, good to have you back. Thanks for stopping in. Today we're taking a look again at another example of a song that really lends itself beautifully to the chord melody style. Chord melody meaning that, you play a melody with the chords harmonizing the melody below the melody notes. Okay, a classic style, a classic song written by Vernon Duke in 1936. And you can find it in your real book. If you don't have one, go out and grab one. Yeah, let's just take a look at the first 8 measures of this tune. All right, that's the first 8 measures up to the little cycle there. Cycle being the E, secondary dominant, to the A, to the D, to the G. Right, with that sus4 at the end. There's another cycle up here. As you can see, the chords are just a little different, a little more altered, but it's still just another cycle. These things are important to recognize if you want to memorize tunes, right? Here we have 1, 6, 2, 5 with that cycle again, and then 1, 6, 2, 5 again with the cycle. Boy, that really makes it easy when you look at it that way, doesn't it? 1, 6, 2, 5 cycle, 1, 6, 2, 5 cycle. That's all there is to the first eight measures. Now let's get this onto the fretboard. I start with just a little C major triad. The song starts with a C major triad underneath my fingers here. And then I play sort of a 6/9 chord with a major 7 on top. All the color tones of the chord. It's like nice and rich and lavish. You could play it with this a major 7 as well. That would work. And then to the A minor. And then that's the D minor 11 because that 11 is in the melody. And then we want to pedal that, moving to the G13 that I'm using in this case, right? So we have to keep that melody down between the D minor, which is now 11, which is an 11. Even though it says D minor 7 there, the melody always takes precedent, and because you've got an 11 in the melody, it really makes this chord a D minor 11. That's all there is to it. Okay, and then we go to that G13, which that note has to be pedaled. Right, so pedal means the chord changes, but the melody doesn't. And this happens several times in this tune. And then moving on. This is just the diminished, which substitutes for an E7 with a flat 9. And that is the A minor 7 with a flat 5. And this is a D13 because the 13 is in the melody. If you want to, it's suggesting a couple of alterations. An easy one would be just this. Which would be the flat 9. And then we could go to a full G7 sus. 7 with a flat 9. And then that turnaround. I'm just playing an abbreviated version of the E. A7, D9 to keep that pedal on top. And then I just moving that one finger to give me a G sus, continuing that pedal, and then back to the melody, pick up. And then this second ending is it's suggesting a C6 and a B flat 7 with a augmented 11 or a flat 5, and then back to the. But I think this works nicely if you just keep this. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal here. When you've got the melody has already been stated, and so there's just a whole bunch of cool stuff that you can do here because as I said, the melody has been stated, and so it leaves you room to make a harmonic statement of your own making. If you want to play the C to the B flat 7 with a flat 5 or the augmented 11, which I think the major 7 would work better. It's yeah, so and then B flat 7 flat 5 and then back. This is a nice easy one. And all I'm doing here is just playing that 4th on top, which implies the C chord, which is a B flat major 9, and then C wherever you want to put it. There's a lot of different things that you can do there. All right, and let's pick up the next section. Lots of pedals, right? All right, so let's examine those eight measures. We have the pickup, obviously, and then the E minor 7 with that A on top, which turns it into again a minor 11. You could play that minor 11 like this. That works sort of nicely. And then E minor 7 with the melody on top. So here we have, which amounts to an augmented chord. On the A7, it resolves, and then just a D major 7. And then to the D major 9, because it's a melody. I'm just using double stops. And again, pedaling the A over both of those chords. Right, and then the E minor 11 again, we could put that down here. A 13 or 9. And then we have the D, I've just made it a 13. And with the full G sus. And then picking it up for the last 8. As the beginning. And then full sus. And then, okay, now this, it says an A7 flat 9. You know, that's cool. You could play an A7 flat 9, but it immediately goes to an augmented. So I would suggest playing it as an augmented, just moving to an augmented. And then that's just an A7 with a flat 9. That when we get to that C sharp, which is again like a diminished form, right? And then D minor 9 on top, G9, and then C. And then once you get to this point, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. Now that gives us I hope that gives you a fairly good idea of where we're at with not only the chord melody style, but there's a few things in this tune that are individual to this tune, or more characteristic of this tune. And that is the pedals. You know, this is a great opportunity to work on your pedaling. You can hear the chords changing, but the melody note is on top as a pedal, unchanging. And just also the overall analysis of the tune. You know, as I said, 1-6-2-5, and then a cycle, 1-6-2-5 and a cycle. I didn't get to the second 8. Let's do that now. 2-5-2-5, 1 in D major, 4 in D major, back to 1 in D major, 2-5-2-5, and then again we have a cycle, and getting us back to the key of C. Clever little cycle that just continues because the E minor and the A7 are the 2 and the 5 of the in the key of D major. And well, no, actually we've done they're the same, the same. The 2-5 in the key of D major is E minor and A7, E minor A7, and then we go to the key of D major, and then we do that same idea, 2-5-2-5, and then start the cycle on a 2-5 that still almost suggests the key of D major, but not, because we move down to G7 with this longer cycle, which is the dominant of C major. So we flip between the keys of C major and D major in this case. The first 8 measures in C major, the second 8 measures in D major. So if I hope that made sense to you. It's also a good idea to just take the melody and play the melody or read the melody by itself, right? And so on, and then put the chords below it. But you'll always find in, especially in standards like this, that the melodies are very much a part of the chords themselves, and so they usually fall within the chords that you that are probably, hopefully, familiar to you. Okay, hope that was a help for you. And if so, please like, subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them with us. I would be more than happy to get back to you and answer them. All right. Thanks for dropping by. That's I Can't Get Started by Vernon Duke.